Welcome to N-Insight, powered by Agronomic Technology Corp. After logging in, you can invite others or change your password by scrolling down on the landing page. To create your first field, click the N-Insight logo in the navigation bar, and then use the plus button to create the boundary for the first field. The free trial version of N-Insight accepts field boundaries only through the mapping interface. The enterprise version, as well as AdaptN, also accepts shapefile uploads and connections to other systems in order to create boundaries. By default, the map will center itself based on your zip code. You can search for an address using the search bar, pan the map, or double-click to zoom in and expose existing field boundaries. Hover over a boundary to select it. Use the draw icon to draw your own shape, or any combination thereof. You may also hold Shift to multi-select boundaries, or you can drag the white points to make adjustments as you desire. Once complete, hit the Submit Location button. Create a new farm or assign the field to an existing farm, and then give the field a name. Press Submit and Configure, or press the Submit button if you want to move on to creating a second boundary. Once your field is created, answer the brief survey to enter your management practices. In this example, I'll select 170 bushels per acre average historical yield, a no-tillage system, a rotation of corn on corn, an average organic matter value of 2.8%, and then I'm going to compare two different scenarios. The first will be applying all of my nitrogen in the fall. I'll enter 180 pounds of fall nitrogen and hit Submit. And I'm going to submit a second scenario, seeing what the impact would be of splitting that nitrogen between fall and spring. To run a second report, simply click on the field name in the management tree and edit the parameters as you desire. If you like, you can also change the planting dates using the calendar tool next to each of the years on the right. It takes approximately 1 minute for each report to be generated. During this time, the system is simulating the nitrogen dynamics within the textures of that field over the last 5 growing seasons based on the parameters that you entered. To check on the status of your reports, click the logo above your name in the upper left part of the navigation bar. Or go back to the N-Insight dashboard to view their status. Once your reports have completed, you can see a summary of the average historical yield and total nitrogen applied based on your survey, as well as the average nitrogen loss across the last 5 seasons based on N-Insight's analysis. Click the report link to view details. At the top of the page, we show the average total nitrogen loss across all 5 seasons. This represents losses both from fertilizer applied as well as mineralized nitrogen. Directly below, we show the average applied nitrogen loss based on fertilizer sources only. In this particular field example, we can see that the field experienced extreme nitrogen loss in 4 out of the 5 seasons modeled. If you hover your mouse over the legend below the map, you can see the corresponding colored bars on the bar chart light up, representing the total nitrogen loss per acre by soil type within each season. The numbers next to each bar in the chart represent the total nitrogen loss per acre for a given soil type in the season represented. Below each line of bars is the weighted average nitrogen loss pounds per acre for the entire season, weighted based on the acreage of each texture. If you hover your mouse over any of the bars on the chart, you can see the end of season nitrogen status as compared to the yield goal that you provided. In this example, our loam in 2011 shows an end of season deficit of 20 pounds per acre. Deficits are represented by the corn icon in the bar chart. A surplus is represented by an N icon. In this example, our sandy loam had an end of season surplus of 60 pounds in 2012. If you scroll down, you can see a summary of the total rainfall in each season, as well as a summary of all the inputs that were used for these simulations. The nitrogen application section shows the application timing, fertilizer type, rate, and placement of the nitrogen applications you entered. Note that the free trial version of NInsight has defaults set by the system for these parameters. Our enterprise version as well as AdaptN allow users to customize these values. The land, soil, and crop information at the bottom shows a summary of all the inputs that were used for these simulations, both based on the survey that the user provided as well as NInsight's underlying databases, which are shared with AdaptN. AdaptN users can move the field into AdaptN by clicking the Enroll Field button. This allows users to fine-tune every input you saw on the screen, as well as model things like manure, irrigation, the impact of nitrogen stabilizers, create in-season variable rate recommendations, and enable nitrogen alerts to notify users in the event of an impending nitrogen deficiency. To access these additional features, or if you have questions, you may contact us by emailing grow@ninsight.com.